Mr. Boo.
Hey everybody, it is I, your Mr. Boo entertainment guru right here on YouTube. And on Friday and throughout the weekend, we got this teaser, this picture of clues from WWE 2K24 on their DLC Season Pass. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's get ready to solve it. Or at least try. I have been looking at this all weekend. I have been analyzing other people's YouTube guesses, all the comments on Facebook, social media. These are my guesses as well as guesses other people have brought to my attention over all the media platforms that I agree with as well. So this is everything I have figured out or agreed with in one way, shape, or form over Elimination Chamber weekend, which there will be an Elimination Chamber review video coming up, and there definitely will be another video after that talking about the movies that are going to be hitting the theaters as soon as next month, TV shows, everything like that. But right now, we're in the nitty-gritty of this picture on your screen, so let's get down to it. Left-hand side up top by the WWE 2K24 logo, obviously an apple bitten and probably spitting, if that could be a word. He probably took a bite and spat it right out at somebody because there's no one cooler than Carlito. And I agree with this pick, and I initially thought about it too once I realized that was an apple. Right next to it, over to the right, someone on YouTube pointed out that one person in particular in wrestling history that he could think of was involved with like WWE, WWF at the time, that like some of this 40 years of WrestleMania was going on, those curved little shoes. He brought to my attention and everyone else who watched this video, the Iron Sheik could be DLC this year. So we'll stick with the Iron Sheik and we'll move to the right because I love the Iron Sheik, but I don't think I've ever paid attention to the Iron Sheik's feet. But there is a kendo stick right to the right of those boots. And I gotta say, someone just signed a Legends contract, and not only did he come out with a kendo stick, but he was a beer-swilling, swearing, smoking, Metallica-loving Sandman of a man, the Sandman, ECW's own Sandman, and we know that ECW is in my GM mode, and we know he signed a contract deal, so I'm going to lock that one in as well. Now, if we go down to where it says 24, 2K24, there is a woman's title. Now, someone pointed out that no one from this title, like this era that held this title, was in the Royal Rumble this year. And the only person who held it last year was Michelle McCool, Undertaker's wife. So we know there's a good chance that that's Michelle McCool. I'm going to take the person's word and I'm going to run with it. Michelle McCool, most likely represented by this title. And right next to it, a woman from Japan, her old gimmick. We all know she came out with the wheel at one point. We got the second part of the two-part tag team. Two of the three new Damage Control, or whatever they want to call themselves, or all three of them are now the Kabuki Warriors. Whatever the plans are for this group, we will now have Kairi Sane. I believe that is the pirate gimmick there being shown to represent Kairi Sane. And right to the right of it, if you kind of look, there's like an upside down mask. And he did comment by putting eyes, like the eye emoji with the big eyes, like, boing, boing, like cartoon eyes popping out of their skull to this over on his social media. I believe this is Dragon Lee. I never spotted it. Someone on YouTube did watch their video and then realized, hey, if I tilt my head just right, that looks like a luchador mask. So we're going to say Dragon Lee. And as we're done with that portion of the screen over towards the left, I just want to point out, I don't know who the hat could be for. I sincerely do not know who the hat would be for. And possibly someone said Brian Pillman for the shirt, but I don't know that either. I do know that his son is in NXT and that he did sign, a Legends deal. His family did. But we'll move on to where we see the microphone up top in the middle on its side, right above a pair of glasses. I believe the mic represents someone good on the mic, someone great on the mic, someone who even dropped a bomb on the mic. I think that's CM Punk. And obviously, he's got to be in this game. He's going to be the biggest draw for the season pass, next to a couple other names that we're getting to. But the glasses, no one wears those glasses better than the Dudley Boys. And I saw that first thing. That was the first thing I saw was those glasses and the pirate wheel. And I knew Kairi Sane with an house. I was like, it's the Dudleys. They signed a Legends contract as well. They got to be in the game. And then we got to talk about this guitar, because with letting Elias go, and probably not Jeff Jarrett, 40 years of WrestleMania, I'm thinking Honky Tonk Man. I really am. It's got to be Honky Tonk Man. Below that is an upside down kilt. Someone on YouTube said we might be getting Mosh and Thrasher. I grew up watching Mosh and Thrasher, aka the Headbangers. We know that Roddy Piper is in the game, and we know that Drew McIntyre is in the game. And Headbangers are about the only ones I can wrap my, pun intended, head around, because this is a banger of a clue that I just can't get over. Dad jokes all day. As we move to the right, you see a microphone with hearts on it. We're talking about the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, manager. It'd be great. Just like Teddy Long was like a wonderful little, hi, hello there, beautiful little installment into this series where everyone's going to be taking on The Undertaker, brother, in a tag team match. We could have Jimmy Hart outside the ring screaming his lungs out through that mic like he does. Underneath it, we got a set of hands forming a diamond, and I just got to say, I'm not any fan of yoga, but I was a fan of DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, the man himself, DDP. That's got to be a reference. It has to be. No one else does the Diamond High Five like he does. So now we move back up. There's a feather in front of the moon, and there's a jewel there as well. So let's focus on that section. I believe the feather and the moon could be Lyra Valkyria. If you were to separate the moon from the feather, if they're not together as one Lyra Valkyria hint, then maybe we could get Luna Vachon finally for a legend. I'm not sure. Luna had a lot of problems with drugs, a lot of problems with addiction, but she was really good at what she did. Her shrill scream, her ability in the ring, she worked well with Goldust, well with Shawn Michaels, would fit perfectly in with the 40 years of WrestleMania, but I do believe the feather is Lyra Valkyria. Again, I think she should have been in the game, but definitely someone that they know people are going to pay for, much like Dragon Lee, Kairi Sane, Carlito, and CM Punk, the Dudley Boys. They're all big draws. The Sandman, big draw. They're going to get their money worth. And that brings me to the jewel on the other side of the moon. I mean, what jewels? When you think of jewels, I mean, obviously Jade Cargill. Why would you not put her in there? You knew she was coming. You signed the deal, and you got her in there at the Royal Rumble. Again, a big draw. And then right next to her in the right top corner, you literally see Nia Jax, Irresistible Force, and the logo. Another big name that returned that people are going to drop money for. I mean, 2K knows what they're doing on this. And if we're right, this is looking stacked. Because right down from that, you see the black and red headband that says Funk. And they have a tribute to Bray Wyatt, basically, by putting the Firefly Funhouse in there and everything. Well, another great in-ring, charismatic person passed away, and that was Terry Funk, and he is literally a legend. He was for so long the living legend, and he is a hardcore legend. Terry Funk would wear a headband. Usually that would say Funk or Funk You. It's perfect. And then if you look on the right-hand side, you see the wheels, the American flag. It's a bus. It is the Lex Express. Lex Luger, everybody. These are ones that I definitely think are it, either via the fact that I saw them or someone else saw them, and then I studied them all weekend long. That's why I'm a day late at $1 short on this. I just wanted to make sure we had very good guesses. And then we could see where it goes from there when they finally tell us what the packs are going to be. And we can bring out our checklist here and be like, we guessed this, 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 and this. Or, hey, look, here's a surprise. And speaking of a couple surprises, I want to look into two things that another video looked into. And no, it was not the hat or the tie-dye shirt, but the fireworks and the necklace down in the right-hand bottom corner of your screen. People think the fireworks represent the 3 members of Noam Dar's group that are not in the game, Lash Legend, and the one guy with the pink hair, and then the other woman. Sorry, I'm not familiar with the whole group of Noam Dar's people over on NXT, but I do know Lash Legend's part of them, and she should have been in the base game. Probably could have been DLC last year. That would be 3 surprise guests that most people aren't going to be guessing are in there because they're just fireworks, and we know the fireworks are part of the whole theme. Cody Rhodes Pyro, that stuff, and he is obviously the cover star for the regular edition. And then they got fireworks on the deluxe with Bianca and Rhea. But that brings me to the last bit of this video, and that is the necklace. Somebody pointed out that necklace is similar to one I think someone said Tori Wilson would wear. We could be seeing the return of Tori Wilson as a legend. We do know that there was someone said something about Scanned or something. Tori Wilson and Michelle McCool, they were followed and liked by WWE 2K recently on social media, so that could be a little bit of a hint to follow that stuff up with. Those are my guesses. And someone also pointed out that there was a gymnast or a dancer or something up there behind the kendo stick where the Sandman's name is now on your screen, behind the fireworks. They're wearing red and black. It looks like they're dancing or they're doing a cartwheel. Someone said that could be Sol Ruca, which would be cool because her finisher. I'm not a big Sol Ruca fan. I'm not a big fan of the whole gimmick of California Surfer people or whatever, and I haven't really watched a lot of matches, but I have seen her finisher. That would be a hell of a finisher to have in the game, and it'd just be awesome. So I think those are my last 3 things I need to go over were the guesses. All the names on the screen I think are 100% there. If not, then we look too far into it, and whoopsie daisy. I don't know about the hat, and I don't know about the tie-dye shirt, but the fireworks could be Noam Dar's people. Obviously, the necklace was referred to as possibly Michelle McCool, and then there's the dancer up there. It could be Sol Ruca. So that's my guess on the season pass. I hope that we solved it. And I got 2 words for you. Season pass. But I will be back with an Elimination Chamber review, and I will be talking about the great blockbusters that are coming up all over the big screen, the home screen, and the streaming screens. And until then, I've been Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru. These are my predictions and guesses that either I myself saw or that I agree with other YouTubers on. Can't wait to see when they finally release it and see what we got right and what we got wrong, and if we were surprised or if we were let down. Until all that drops, though, I'm Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru, and I will see you later. I'm out.